Sam goes to it. Marriott. Edgar. Sam Small had retired from the army in the old Duke of Wellington's time, so when present unpleasantness started, he were what you might call past his prime. He'd lived for some years in retirement, and knew note of war, if you please, till they blasted and bombed his allotment, and shelled the best part of his piece. Single quote. He were as if bugles called Sam to duty. For his musket he started to search. He found it at last in the henhouse. Buff Orpington's headed for Perch. Straight off to the Fusiliers' depot, he went to rejoin his old troop, where he found as they couldn't recruit him, until his age group was called up. Now Sam wasn't getting no younger, past the 70 years was he, and he reckoned by time they reached his age group, he'd be very near 10 So he took up the matter with Churchill, who said, Amperson quo. I don't know what to do. Never was there a time when so many came asking so much from so few. Amperson quo. Amperson quo. I don't want no favors and quo. Sam answered, Amperson quo. Don't think as I'm one of that mob. All I'm asking is give me the tools, lad, and let me help finish the job. Amperson quo. Amperson quo. I'll fit you in somewhere. Amperson quo, said Winnie. Amperson quo. Old soldiers we must not discard. Amperson quo. Then seeing he'd got his own musket, he sent him to join the Home Guard. They gave Sam a coat with no stripes on, in spite of the service he'd seen, which considering he'd been a king's sergeant, kind of rankled. You know what I mean, he said, and quo. I come back to the army, expecting my country's thanks. And the first thing I find when I get here, is that I've been reduced to the ranks. He found all the lads sympathetic. They agreed that 'twere a disgrace, except one old chap in the corner, with a nutcracker kind of a face. Said the old fella, Amperson quo. Who do you think you are? The last to appear on the scene, and you start off by wanting promotion, last come, last served? See what I mean? Amperson quo, said Sam. Amperson quo. Wasn't I at Corunna, and when company commander got shot, didn't I lead battalion to victory? Amperson quo, said the old fella. Amperson quo. No, you did not. Amperson quo. Amperson quo. I didn't? Amperson quo, said Sam quite indignant. Amperson quo. Why, in every fight Wellington fought, wasn't I at his right hand to guard him? Amperson quo, said old chap. Amperson quo. You were note of the sort. Amperson quo. Amperson quo. What do you know of Duke and his battles? Amperson quo, said Sam, with a withering look. Said the old man, Amperson quo. I ought to know something, between you and me. I'm the Duke. Amperson quo. And if you should look in any evening, you'll find them both in the canteen, ex-commander-in-chief and ex-sergeant, both just home guards. You know what I mean.